on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got some dough.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life.
Ah.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? Oh boy, and you guys know what's going down today, bruh. So guess what? Guess what? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off now. Yeah. How's everybody doing today? Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. Happy Memorial Day. It is Memorial Day today, people, and it is Monday, May the 29th. 2000 of the 2-3. And I got a couple of special shout outs that I got to give today, not just to my black and gold fan, but my fam in general. First off, Bestie, Lil One, Leisha. Happy birthday to your daughter, Courtney. Today she turns 13 years old, was able to stop by your crib and holler at y'all yesterday. Happy birthday. Also, special birthday shout out goes to brother Calvin. Today is his birthday as well. I ain't forget about you, dog. That's fam right there. We had one of the funniest episodes ever last week with him and Sean on there. And I hope you have a happy birthday. And who knows, maybe I'll get you on the podcast today. We'll see. It's your birthday, dude. Do whatever the hell you want. Live it up. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Also, man, it was a very busy weekend. Cousin David just got married on Saturday. I was at the wedding. I DJ'd the wedding in West Virginia. Congratulations. Love you both. We had a very good time. It was a very nice event. Very nice place where the event was held at. David had to make man wedding history where he literally was about to get married, but he's sitting there cooking on the grill. Goes and changes his clothes real quick. As soon as he says I do, the nigga turns around and goes and grabs a thing of barbecue sauce. Then gets right back on the grill. I couldn't help but laugh. I was laughing. It was funny. But congratulations. Very beautiful scenery out there in West Virginia. But nigga, let me tell you something. Driving to West Virginia at nighttime, driving on the side of a mountain was fucking terrifying. Excuse my language. It was terrifying driving on the side of a mountain in pitch black conditions. Oh my God. And then on top of that, you know, when you got the phone connected to the car, the GPS connected to the car, and you jamming, you're listening, you're jamming the music, you're having your jam session, and then the GPS voice comes in and says, do X, Y, and Z, merge on and 1.3 miles. You're like, okay, I get it. Shut up. I can see it on the camera. Shut up. I don't need you messing up my jam session. But when I'm on the side of that mountain and that voice came and said, GPS signal lost, I was like, no, come back. No, come back. I don't know where I am. I'm sorry that I have scorned you, virtual bitch. Please come back. I need you in my life. I was so serious. But anyway, that is why when the wedding was over at 6 o'clock, precise pronto, you know, it's rare when black events start on time and end on time. This was one of those occasions. But as soon as it was over with, I packed up my stuff. Why you moving so fast, B? Why you moving so fast? You don't want to stick around? I said, listen. If I leave now, I will be off of that mountain by the time it gets dark. Because the mountain was damn near 40 miles. I said, if I leave now, by the time it actually gets dark, by the time the sun sets, I will be off scary ass mountain. Okay? But all in all, again, I wish everybody a happy, safe, blessed week and a safe and blessed Memorial Day. Don't get too turned up because most of us do have to work tomorrow, and I know I do. But anyway, are you guys ready to enter the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Oh, let's get to it. And damn it, how dare I forget a birthday shout out to one of my most favoriteest people in the world, my cousin Kira. Her birthday was on Saturday as well. She just turned 25 years old. I love you dearly, cousin. She is one of my, really, honestly, one of my most favoriteest people in the world. Her and her two brothers, Jalen and Jordan. We all talked on Saturday, right after I got back to Richmond. But anyway, happy belated birthday. Even though I spoke to you on your birthday and yesterday, I still hope you turning up, cuz. Do what you gotta do. Now, on to the realm of sports. Remember last week I said the brooms were about to be broken out for the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers? Well, half of that actually came true, as my Los Angeles Lakers unfortunately got swept by the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are in the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. Congratulations, because I'm not going to be like the rest of the national media and give all the attention to the Lakers, even though they just got motherfucking swept. I mean, come on, I said this after Game 3. Put some respect on the Denver Nuggets name. They deserve it. They're in the NBA Finals for the first time. The finals don't start until Friday, if I'm not mistaken, so they are going to have a very long rest, or it's either Thursday or Friday. June 1st is when the finals start. And the Denver Nuggets will be well rested. Now, as for the Miami Heat, I am about to throw flamethrowers all day at the Miami motherfucking Heat. They were up 3-0 on the Boston Celtics, and now tonight, Memorial Day, is Game 7 of that series. The Celtics have won 3 straight games, including a miraculous tip-in to win Game 6 in Miami. I said this after Game 5, the Heat were in trouble. I said you can't let Boston walk out of Miami with a win, and damn it, Boston walked out of Miami with a win. Nobody cares that you are an 8th seed now. You're in the Eastern Conference Finals. You were up 3-0. No team in NBA history has ever blown a 3-0 lead. Nobody gives a damn that you were an 8th seed. And y'all are about to blow it. I'm about to have flamethrowers on you motherfuckers. What has happened?
God damn!
What has happened to Hemi Butler? What has happened to all of these threes and all of these role players? And everybody was in love with the Miami Heat for the first 2.5 rounds of the playoffs. Now the roof has caved in. Unbelievable.
You niggas are crazy!
And the fact that this is happening against the Boston Celtics makes me want to throw up. Oh God, it makes me sick to my stomach. Because first of all, as a Lakers fan, it makes me sick. As a Yankees fan, it makes me sick. As a person who hates everything Boston outside of New Edition and my homeboy Joey Presner, makes me sick to my stomach.
Biatch.
Oh my God. Ew. I mean, if you see, this is what happened when you talk too much shit. And I mean, and it's not just me who's looking foolish, because last Monday I said the finals are going to be the Heat versus the Nuggets. Well, everybody and their mama thought it was going to be the Heat versus the Nuggets because, again, no team in NBA history has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. Game 7 is in Boston tonight. Bro, I don't get a Heat a snowball's chance in hell to beat the Celtics in Game 7 after you done blown a 3-0 lead, and Boston is on the brink of making NBA history. Something that, again, that has never been done. I've only seen it done in professional sports once. Why did I say as a Yankees fan it makes me sick? Because it was my Yankees of 2004 who blew a 3-0 lead to the Boston Red Sox. This is making me want to vomit all over the place. Miami Heat, are you fucking serious? I mean, good God almighty. And how do you not box out after Marcus Smart throws up a Hail Mary shot? I understand there's 2 seconds left, but you box out. If somebody just bats the damn ball, the game is over. And now we are doing the tale of the tape between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. But instead, it looks like it's going to be the Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics, which makes changes in Denver's plans a whole lot, because I'm pretty sure after they swept the Los Angeles Lakers, they're looking at this Heat-Boston series and saying, well, Heat's up 3-0. We're going to have home court advantage. Not so much. If the Boston Celtics win Game 7, which I think they do, I hope they don't, but I think they will, Game 1 will start in Boston, as Boston, even though they were the 2 seed in the East, they had a better record in the season than the Denver Nuggets. So the series will start in Boston. Now, let me do a tale of the tape between the Nuggets and the Celtics, all right? I've already said this. I thought that the Denver Nuggets would beat either team coming out of the East. I just think the Heat would have been a more difficult matchup, even though on paper you would say it's the Celtics. I was talking with my cousin Jordan about this on Saturday night. We both agree we don't like the way the Boston Celtics play basketball. Live by the three, die by the three. Really no real inside presence. Al Horford used to do that, but now he just sits at the corner and shoots three-point shots. I mean, whatever. Do whatever it is you're going to do. But I'm just saying, me personally, I don't agree with that method of playing basketball. Just my opinion. But it will have gotten the Celtics to back-to-back NBA Finals, so, I mean, it works somewhere. I think the Nuggets will beat the Celtics, and you can say, well, it's because you're a Boston hater. Okay, fine, I'll take that. I don't give a shit. But the Nuggets are the most balanced team left in the playoffs. They were the most balanced team left in the playoffs coming into the conference finals. That's why I thought after the Lakers put out the Golden State Warriors, I turned to my neighbor Lou. I said, Denver's going to be a problem. I don't see us beating them. Again, he looked at me like I was crazy. And as we were talking about this on Saturday night, again, he doubled down on his take and was talking about, just think about how the Lakers would match up against the Celtics. And I'm like, bro, wait. You sound like the national media. The Lakers aren't playing anymore. So I don't care how the Lakers would match up against the Celtics, because the Lakers are not going to match up against the Celtics, because we ain't there no more. We ain't making. And shout out to my homeboy Lou. That's my nigga. That is my dog. That is my boy. But boy, you better start listening to me when I talk about this sports talk. Boy, I tell you, this is what I do. I'm a genius at this shit now, boy. The Nuggets are going to beat the Celtics because that card, the most powerful card in any deck, the Joker, the high Joker, Jokic. Everybody can say, well, Robert Williams this and Robert Williams that and Al Horford this. Bro, you see what he just did to Anthony Davis? You see what he just did to Anthony Davis? And I'm happy for Jokic that he's getting this now mainstream attention, as much as dumbass national media wanted to put the spotlight on LeBron, who, by the way, pulled the Aaron Rodgers move after getting swept, saying, oh, I got to decide to see if I'm going to come back. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now, and the unfortunate thing is that takes away from the storyline of the Nuggets sweeping the Lakers and heading to their first ever NBA Finals appearance. The reason why we got beat so handily, and most of the games, all the games were close, but the reason why we weren't able to come up with so much as one game is, one, the Nuggets were better. Two, they were playing with a chip on their shoulder because of the lack of respect, Birdman respect, that they were not getting put on their name by the national media. Every time they won the game, oh, well, the Lakers lost the game. Then after they win the series, LeBron says, hey, I think I'm going to, I don't know. I'll have to see what I'm going to do. LeBron is coming back next year. Don't get fooled. Don't fall for the okie doke. He could be trying to put pressure on the Lakers management team to get him more players or get him. And to me, I would say run this shit back as a Laker fan, because this team, once the trades were made, only played together for about 20 games. Run this shit back with this same roster. I guarantee you we won't be no 7th seed. But that's neither here nor there. It took away from the Nuggets' victory. It took away from their accomplishment. I think Denver will win this series. And how sweet would that be for the Denver Nuggets to win their first NBA title, saying, hey, to win this title, we had to go through the Lakers and the Celtics, the teams with the two teams with the most championships in the history of basketball. I am foreshadowing that. This is my prediction. Jokic is too much. I think Tatum will do good. I think Brown will do good. I know his hand's a little busted up, but the player that you really have to watch out for in this final series will be Jamal Murray. As quiet as it was kept due to the lack of attention on the Nuggets, but when they did get the attention, most of it came to Jokic, deservedly so. But do you know who averaged the most amount of points in the Western Conference Finals? It was that dude, Jamal Murray. I said this for the last couple of shows. Jamal Murray is back from that torn ACL. I said that is a 2-year injury. People think that, okay, because of modern technology, you tear your ACL, you're back for the start of the next season. You don't really get your game back until a year after that. So it's really a 2-year injury. And Jamal Murray is still young enough, 26 years old in the prime of his career, where he can still recover from that and come back and do the damn thing like he did against my Los Angeles Lakers. He will do that against the Boston Celtics. I don't think Marcus Smart got nothing for him. I don't think Brogdon or Derek White, big-ass forehead having self-head ass, got anything for Jamal Murray. And then on top of that, the size advantage. Denver also has the size advantage. Yeah, you got Robert Williams when he's healthy. You got Al Horford. But let's look at Jokic. Let's look at Michael Porter Jr. Okay, and if you want to, and if you really want to call in for size, let's look at Uncle Jeff Green. Let's look at Thomas Bryant. Let's look at DeAndre Jordan. They're sitting there collecting dust on the bench. They will be used if necessary because Mike Malone has done a brilliant job. And then on top of that, I think the Nuggets will get more production out of their bench. Bruce Brown has been a beast. I think Contavious Caldwell-Pope, who was a champion with the Lakers, he's been playing out of his mind. I think the Nuggets can feel it. They can seize it. I think if they win this, Jokic will probably stake his claim as being the best player in the world, even though Embiid just won the MVP, even though me personally, I think Giannis is the best on the planet. If Jokic wins this title, it'll be hard for me to say that he's not the best, particularly when the last 2 years he's been the MVP. And when you look at his game, you know, we don't watch the Denver Nuggets like most NBA analysts do. Why? Because the Denver Nuggets aren't on TV enough. You know, and it's not that Denver is a small market team. Denver is a major media market, particularly when it comes to football. But got to put some respect on the Nuggets' name. But as far as the Miami Heat goes, kill yourself. When y'all lose this game tonight, kill yourself. Because nobody gives a fuck that you are 8th seed anymore. Because you're in the conference finals. You were up 3-0 in the conference finals. It'd have been better if you was up 3-0 against Milwaukee in round 1 and you blew that shit. Because they were like, oh, well, they were the 8th seed. Who cares? You know, if it was going to happen to anybody, it probably happened to an 8th seed in the first round. Not to any team in the conference finals. One win away from the NBA finals, up 3-0. Nobody cares that you're an 8th seed now. You're going to be the butt of all basketball jokes related. Trust and believe me when I tell you, bruh, what the fuck? What the fuck, Michael Douglas? Jimmy Butler, one of my favorite players. Dog, you better play like Kobe Jordan tonight. You better play like Michael Bryant, my nigga. And you, because you gonna need it. You are gonna need it. Now, for me to give a slither of hope as far as motivation for Miami, well, Boston won Game 7 on your home court last year to go to the finals. Why don't you go ahead and return the favor? Even though the way they lost Game 6, that is some gut-wrenching, heart-stealing shit right there. When you literally thought you had it, and in a tenth of a second, it was just taken right away from you. So if there's any incentive for the Miami Heat, I would say, yo, they won Game 7 on our court last year.
Excellent.
To go to the finals. Let's return the favor. And it's not like you haven't won in Boston. You took the first 2 in Boston. But to me, honestly, I just don't see it. Boston has got Big Mo on their side, and they are not playing no games. They're on the brink of history. Doesn't mean they're going to be on the brink of a title, but they're on the brink of history. I mean, golly, tomato. I don't know what to say. It's just crazy. It is just absolutely crazy what the Miami Heat have failed to do. Props to the Boston Celtics. I know I'm a Boston hater, but I have to give credit where credit is due. They could have folded up shop and just said, you know what? They're just better than us in this series, and there's nothing that really we can do about it, and they can just go ahead and go home and get swept, and they could have been, just really starting to enjoy their vacation. Got to give Jason Tatum a lot of credit. Got to give Jaylen Brown a lot of credit. Got to give their coach. Got to give their coach a lot of credit. They were saying how outclassed he was against Eric Spoelstra, who a lot of people believe is the greatest coach currently in basketball. I disagree. I think that Tyronn Lue is actually the best coach in the NBA, but the unfortunate thing that Tyronn Lue has to deal with is he has 2 fragile, frail superstars who get injured, in particular Kawhi Leonard. Eric Spoelstra, he has a guy in Jimmy Butler that a lot of people won't even call a superstar, even though I think that's fucking nonsense. He's a superstar in the playoffs, but people won't give him that all the time in the regular season. I mean, Miami, now look, if you want to keep it real 100, yeah, Miami has definitely overachieved this year. Even if they lose tonight, Miami has definitely overachieved. Like I said, you got Jimmy Butler, who's getting long in the tooth. Kyle Lowry, old. Kevin Love, old. Bam Adebayo, young in his prime, a high draft pick. But the rest of your players are undrafted. The rest of your players are undrafted. Pretty much for the most part, they're undrafted. So has Miami overachieved in a literal sense? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But at this point, when you're up 3-0 in a series, I don't give a damn, because you were able to get up 3-0 and you couldn't just get one more, and you had 2 more cracks on your home court. You had game 4, you had game 6 in your home court, and you couldn't get one. Like I said, the Heat have overachieved, yes, but tell that to a Heat fan if they lose tonight. Okay? Tell that to me if the Heat lose tonight. Ain't nobody gonna give 2 shits about how much the Heat have overachieved. Yeah, they're an 8 seed, blah, 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 blah. This is the greatest run by an 8 seed. It will not be, because they still will not have gotten to the level that the New York Knicks of 1999 got to. Don't give a damn if it was a strike-shortened season. That 8-seeded team got to the NBA Finals. Okay, like I said, don't care if it was a 50-game season because of a player lockout. Don't care. And they damn sure won up 3-0 on anybody and blew a series. I guarantee you, if that Knicks team was up 3-0 on anybody, you weren't getting 4 straight. Not on that Knicks team, because they were up 3-0 in the second round of their series against the Atlanta Hawks in 1999. They swept them. I'm just telling you facts, whether you find that to be relevant or not. Miami Heat, overachieving team. Yes, you think any rational Heat fan? Well, I should call a couple of my Heat fan friends right now who I know are beside themselves, Marcus and Aaron. I should call them and I will ask them, hey, you guys, if you guys lose tonight, would you see this as a season where you overachieved? I guarantee they'd probably be like, hell no, we was up 3-0. Shit. Anyway, let me switch topics. When you hear that music, you know it is time to talk about the sweet science. Biggest boxing news in almost a decade. It has finally been announced. The fight that we have been waiting for at least about the last 4 years. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. have finally signed a term to fight on July 29th for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world and pound-for-pound supremacy. 2 undefeated fighters. I don't know how in their prime they are anymore. I mean, Terrence Crawford is 35, Errol Spence is 33. Well, in this age of boxing now, that's not considered old. But yet again, boxing has waited, to me, a little too late to make this fight happen. But I don't give a damn. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. And I can't wait. July 29th, 10 days after my birthday. Oh boy. And just to let you guys know, I done already hit most of my squad up. As soon as the fight was announced, I sent them a picture of the fight and said, you already know where it's going down at. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence, who holds the IBF, WBA, WBO welterweight championship of the world. WBC welterweight championship of the world. Terrence Crawford holds the WBO welterweight championship of the world and is ranked #1 in the world pound for pound. This is the fight we need to see. They have a 2-fight deal, so this fight happens in July. Should the fight be a nail-biter, like I think a lot of people think it is gonna be, then the rematch clause will probably get exercised. For probably a rematch, I would probably say in December before the year ends. So we'll probably get this fight twice. But I'm just glad we're getting it once, because boxing has dropped the ball so many times on super fights like this. They had to make it happen. They knew they had to get it done. It'll be on Showtime pay-per-view. You're welcome to Showtime for the free publicity. But yes, I cannot wait. Who do I think is going to win the fight right now? I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win the motherfucking fight right now. I think it is going to be Terrence Crawford. Now, all of the physical natural advantages go to Errol Spence, no question. He's the taller fighter. He's the naturally stronger fighter. Remember, Terrence Crawford is moved up in weight to welterweight a couple years ago. So he's a full-blown welterweight now. But Errol Spence Jr., it really should be in the junior middleweight or middleweight division. What is being said is that when this fight happens and when the rematch happens, so I believe you're going to get this fight twice. But after the rematch, at the beginning of at the end of this year, 2023, is that both fighters are going to move up to 154. So let's just say for shits and giggles, they split their 2 fights. That means a 3rd fight next year would more than likely be at the 154-pound weight division then the 147 weight division. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go to fight number 3, even fight number 2. I'm just glad, again, we're getting fight number 1 between the 2 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, even though I know that I believe Errol Spence is ranked number 4 when it comes to pound-for-pound list in the sport of boxing. But Bud Crawford is number 1. Bud Crawford is number 1, but it's been close. Now, there have been times where I have seen Crawford ranked number 1 and Spence ranked number 2. I don't know if that is the case right now. Excuse me, I do know that that's not the case right now because, again, I'm looking at the pound-for-pound rankings right now, and Terrence Crawford is number 1, and Errol Spence is number 4. But still, you can make an argument that, this is between the 1 and 2 best pound-for-pound fight in the world. The winner of this fight will no doubt be crowned the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And again, I just can't wait. I can't wait about it for so many. I can't wait until it happens for so many different reasons. I can't wait because, for one, the fight. I want to see the fight. I've been wanting to see these 2 fight, I would say, since probably about 2018, 2019. Then, for me personally, the party aspect of it is going to be absolutely awesome because I haven't had a big fight party. I haven't had a huge fight party. Probably... I probably have to say since Mayweather versus the UFC fight, Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. But you know what? I don't want to get ahead of myself because I also do have to keep in mind that I'm in an apartment as opposed to a house back when that fight happened. When Errol Spence fought Ugas last year, I had a pretty good turnout. I'm expecting this to be more. I'm gonna make sure it's not much more, but then again, you never know. All I know is this is the place that's going to have the fight, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. And y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. Before the main event, we party. Like, I have the music playing, conversation, playing spades, whatever. We get down, and then when the main event comes on, as soon as them ring walks start, that's when I cut all the music off, and I'm like, okay, it's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. Well, boxing will take center stage on July 29th. Again, 10 days after my birthday. My birthday falls on a Wednesday this year, so it's like, what do you do for it? Honestly, any plans that I had for my birthday earlier is totally gone out the window. So my birthday's on a Wednesday, so I can celebrate the weekend before and the weekend after. But I'm going to tell you what, on July 29th, I'm going to be celebrating everything. I'm going to be celebrating a great fight, and hopefully, I am praying that this fight does not disappoint the way that Pacquiao and Mayweather did. Because for us to have to wait for that fight for 5 years, it really disappointed. Just being real. The fight did not live up to all of the hype. It's still the biggest money-making fight in history. I'm going to be honest with you. They owed us a rematch for that fight. And I already know the price for that fight, for this fight, Crawford versus Spence, is going to be the same price that Pacquiao and Mayweather was. I don't care nothing about that because, like I said, it's going down. I think this will be a better fight than Pacquiao and Mayweather. I think it's going to be better by far. Because you have 2 guys who, while they can box, when it's time to fight, they will fight. Again, Spence has all of the natural advantages to beat Crawford in this fight. But Crawford just got that dog in him. He got that dog in him. He's an ambidextrous fighter. He can fight conventional. He can fight southpaw. Spence is a southpaw, so I could probably see Crawford maybe fighting conventional, just because with the conventional fighter versus southpaw, there's one thing that can be wide open, and that is the straight right hand. So, I just can't wait to see. Just hope training camp goes well. I can't wait for the All Access on Showtime. I'm going to be watching all of it. I don't work on Saturdays anymore, so I'm just going to be fucking pumped. I'm going to be fucking stoked, man. I can't wait for this fight. Crawford versus Spence. You've been hearing me fuss and bitch about it on this show for the last 4 years, and now it is finally happening. Yes. Okay. All right. Now, folks, allow me to introduce this new segment to the show. Last week I talked about this feud between DJ Envy and Rick Ross over car shows that has turned turned very personal because you have two prideful men and would now bring in families involved. And I mean, that's really out of pocket. That's really out of pocket to do. And these guys are still beefing. They're still throwing verbal jabs back and forth. Rick Ross recently said something about DJ Envy's girlfriend, but his wife. Rick Ross said it was his girlfriend, even though he knows that DJ Envy is married. That's just for trolling tactics. And then DJ Envy wore the correction officer suit to the Breakfast Club one day, stating when Rick Ross was a corrections officer. And now DJ Envy has brought in 50 Cent because everybody knows, if you keep up with hip-hop stuff, beefs in general, everybody knows that Rick Ross and 50 do not get along. And DJ Envy posted a tweet with a picture of him and 50 Cent quoting Drake's lyrics from Stay Schemin', which was a Rick Ross song, actually. But it quoted Drake's verse saying, "I hate it when the gods start turning into broads." And that's when Drake was talking about Common, but he said that in reference to Rick Ross. So that hip-hop beef is still going on. Now, in the sports world, there was a new beef that developed this week, between Shannon Sharp, my all-time favorite tight end. I think he's the greatest tight end ever. You can say that's my Denver Bronco bias. I don't care. And Kwame Brown. Y'all know I ride with Kwame Brown ever since Kwame came on the internet, on YouTube, kicking ass and taking names. But he speaks a lot of truth, a lot of good value truth. But if you say something about this brother, he will come back at you. And Kwame Brown, and I did a YouTube live on this a few days ago because I said this one hits different. And it hits different because I'm a Kwame supporter. I'm a diehard Denver Bronco fan. The very first football jersey I ever got was a Shannon Sharp jersey. Now, me personally, I did not agree with the way Shannon Sharp took it personal at Kwame Brown when all Kwame was doing was critiquing LeBron James from a basketball sense. Now, he said he would have burned his jersey. Okay, fine. But for Shannon Sharp to go personal on Undisputed with Skip Bayless, to me, was kind of contradictory because Skip Bayless did the same thing to Shannon Sharp a few months ago when Shannon Sharp was critiquing Tom Brady. And another thing, Kwame Brown, while they like to call him a bust, I don't consider him a bust. Yes, he was a number one overall draft pick, the first player ever drafted number one straight out of high school. Did his career pan out to his draft status? No, it did not. But he played in the league from 2001 to 2013. That is a dozen years. Name me a bust that lasted in the league for 12 years. I mean, whether you liked how his career turned out or not, he was a serviceable NBA player for 12 years. They were owners for over a decade that wanted his service, that were willing to pay for his service. So I don't see how that's a bust. And thirdly, Kwame Brown is an NBA player. He played in the NBA for over a decade. So he's more qualified to make critiques on LeBron James or anybody than an NFL player and another guy who's a journalist. He's more qualified. Whether you want to I don't think it's fair to discredit Kwame Brown just because you don't like the way his career went. He played with Michael Jordan. He played with Kobe Bryant. He played against LeBron James. He played against Steph Curry. He played with Steph Curry. He was a teammate of Steph Curry. So this guy is more qualified than most people who are on TV to talk basketball. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean you should discredit his opinion. But here's some of the things that were said.
I'm still don't know what's his end game here. You talking about what Kobe would have done? What would you have been done? What would you have done? You're the number one overall pick.
Yep.
I don't get it because LeBron was in a no-win situation. People say, LeBron, why would you settle for a three? Why would you shoot a step back this? He drives the ball. Jamal Murray does a great job of tying him up. And even as he holds onto the ball, he's trying to get the shot up. Aaron Gordon blocks it. Now you're saying, well, he should have pulled up. It's easy to say what you should have done after the fact of knowing what has happened.
Yep.
And Skip, he said, you're supposed to be great? Really, Kwame, of all the people, he should never, ever question anybody's greatness. Because this is what we know. If there's a Mount Rushmore for busts in the NBA history, whether he's the first head, the second head, the third, or the fourth, he's on Mount Rushmore of bust NBA players. There's no question. And then he's going to question a guy that's, whether you say he's first, second, he's top five of the greatest players to ever play. I remember I heard him talk When Kobe scored 81, he's talking about he's setting damn good screens. Really? Dude, you the number 1 pick in the draft, and you talk about you setting screens.
Yep.
Talk about the games that you played. Talk about the game-winning shots you hit. Skip, look, I get it. Kobe and Mike was graceful. They were elegant. They were Baryshnikov.
Yep.
But it's just not true. They haven't hit more game-winning shots than LeBron. The numbers don't lie. You can just go look it up, Kwame. You have plenty of time. Hell, you own your farm down in Georgia. You got plenty of time. You ain't playing no hoops. You should have still been in the NBA. But you want to take a shot because this is your thing, Skip. Look what he did. Everybody, he was trending. He got exactly what he wanted.
Okay.
He trended more for saying something because sometimes, Skip, the only success you can have is taking a bite out of somebody that's successful. He trended more for what he said about LeBron than anything he ever done in the NBA.
That's a fact.
Now, that's a problem.
Yep.
That's a problem. Now, whatever you're good at, that's what you should be like trending for. Kwame Brown dropped 30 and 20. Kwame Brown had a triple-double. We can't pull up nothing where they said Kwame Brown ever had a great game. But he want to take a shot. And the nerds will look at the stat line. You ain't got to look at the stat line. Go watch the game. If you didn't think LeBron James played great in that game, sometimes you can play great, Skip, and still lose. Sometimes you can play bad and win. That's happened. But I don't get. I'm just trying to figure out what was Kwame hoping to accomplish. Because he jumped on there like he's like, oh, and LeBron James, you're supposed to be a superstar. You're supposed to be one of these all-time great. You're supposed to be? No. You were supposed to be an all-time great player. You were supposed to be a superstar. That was the supposed, not LeBron. LeBron James is everything that people thought he would be and more.
Yep.
You became nothing of what you were supposed to be.
Yep.
I just don't get his end game. I don't hope. Bruh, go at Gilbert Arenas. Go at Stacks and Matt Barnes that's been on your head. LeBron James has never said anything about you. And you gonna take a shot at the man, why? Because you know what, I'm trending. And get people on my social media page. Bro, you a joke. You a joke. You from the crib, you from down, you're a joke. Really, real talk, you a joke.
I mean, shots fired. I mean, Shannon took it personal. And to be honest with you, Kwame was really just making NBA critiques, and Shannon called out his whole career. But Kwame Brown, he wasn't gonna take that lying down.
You a guest in the house of this basketball talk. Didn't you know that? And now, since you don't want to act like a guest in this shit, and you want to invalidate me, you football playing dummy. Nigga, it ain't no first downs in basketball, clown. How you gonna try to invalidate a man who was the #1 draft pick, boy? You wanna try to put some bass in your voice when you talking to me? When you on a panel with a nigga that buckled you down, boy? You on a panel with a white boy that blamed his coach for not making it to college, and you wanna try to invalidate me, nigga? Are you a clown or what? I'm so glad that you just exposed yourself, you clown. You think you gonna put some bass in your voice when you talking to me, nigga? And that white boy made you say, I'm just trying to let me finish. Let me finish. You a guest in this house of basketball, nigga. Ain't no first downs in motherfucking basketball, you big, tall, thick-tongued punk motherfucker. You a thick-tongued idiot. Did you not know that? Ain't no first downs in basketball, boy. So I don't know what make you think that your opinion on basketball is more than mine because you a fanboy for LeBron. You call me emotional and you was finna fight a whole goddamn Memphis Grizzlies team because of your love affair, LeBron. You the reason why John Morant probably carrying guns right now. John Morant was like, oh shit, a big ass nigga in a sweater, a grandmama sweater trying to fight his daddy and the whole damn team. You the reason why. I think John Morant ain't trying to be no thug. He carrying guns everywhere because he's scared of goddamn Shannon Sharp fanboy ass. John Morant, put them guns down, boy. Get you some of this tactical shit right here. Get you some of this right here for a big, thick tongue pump. Do what you need. Spray that big, thick tongue motherfucker in the eye. You fanboy and calling somebody emotional and you about to fight a whole damn team about LeBron. You supposed to be a damn analyst, not a fanboy. You ain't nothing but a fucking fanboy. You done lost your goddamn mind. That motherfucking testosterone must have hit you. Old ass 50-year-old nigga catching phase about another man. It's a damn shame. Here come this big tongue motherfucker. Hey, let me tell you something. Hold up now. Let me tell you something. LeBron, let me read the stat. Who said, send me another stat of LeBron? Hold up. Send me a stat of LeBron. Move your tongue out the way, motherfucker. It's clear to see you ain't there because of your talent. You there because you like the way ass tastes, nigga. Nigga, you lucky you can catch a goddamn football. Back in the day, a big, ugly motherfucker like you with a big tongue and a stutter like you got, only thing a nigga like you was good for is fighting or fucking. Motherfucker used to breed a ugly motherfucker like you. See, I know you punch like a mule kick, but you better not run your ugly ass up on me about no goddamn LeBron. Ugly motherfucker, you. Y'all want to bring up stats. How many times have LeBron scored this? How many times? I wasn't talking about how many times. I was talking about that fucking time. Y'all always want to goddamn whine and cry about LeBron. Every 2 seconds. This is why everybody know that what y'all are saying is bullshit. You niggas want to attack anybody that say the goddamn truth. Don't nobody think LeBron James is the best player in the world. Instead, little fanboys and statisticians. All you want to do is fill up the goddamn stats. Stats don't mean shit when it comes to the greatness. But we can go there if you want. A goddamn NBA player that's supposed to be so great that y'all ask for help for him every damn year. Help! Help! Go get you a wife. Go find you a wife, thick tongue dummy. What you do in your spare time when you're not on first take? Shit, I fight over LeBron. Shit, anybody who talk about LeBron, I fight over LeBron. I'm on Twitter with it. I'm on the side of the court with it. That's what I do. That's a hobby of mine. I fight over LeBron. Sweet, sensitive ass.
I tell you, Kwame Brown is funny as shit. I'm just gonna keep it 100. But again, I did a YouTube live on this a couple of days ago, and I said it hits different from me because my issue with Shannon Sharpe is, why didn't you have that same energy when Skip Bayless did to you what you just did to Kwame Brown? Come on, Big Ump. You better than that. And Kwame Brown is actually more qualified to talk basketball than you are. He's more qualified to talk basketball than you or Skip Bayless. Just because you don't like his career doesn't mean that he's not more qualified, because he has the experience. He has more experience. Even if he had played a single NBA game, that'd have been more experience than you or Skip Bayless. But Kwame played for 12 years. But when Skip did that to you, when you were critiquing Tom Brady and he took it personal, like, come on now. Are you going to turn around and do the same thing because I guess you think lesser of Kwame Brown, or think Joe Public thinks lesser of Kwame Brown? And Kwame going to get you. One thing you was right about, yeah, he was trending for the whole John Morant thing. Now he's trending because of you. So, I mean, in effect, you helped his YouTube numbers, but if you look at the comments of Joe Public, you got bodied by Kwame because you unnecessarily took it personal. You are a Hall of Fame football player. It's like if you made a critique on Travis Kelce. If you made a critique on Travis Kelce because of something you thought he did wrong in the game, you made a critique of him, but then Kwame Brown tried to discredit you, where you're the football player and he's not. So you have more experience to talk football than Kwame Brown does have to talk football. Well, he has a better resume to talk basketball than you. And just because you're such a fan of LeBron James, and Kwame Brown said something that's right. I mean, LeBron James is so great, but everybody always cries about how much help he needs, this, that, and the third. That's one reason why I haven't been a fan of LeBron's, because every time he loses, it's always everybody else's fault. Yeah, LeBron played great, but he didn't get it done. And more often than not, in his career, he's not gotten it done. And to hear it critiqued from an NBA standpoint by another NBA player, don't get in your feelings. I mean, don't get in your feelings about it. I mean, it just is what it is. So I just wanted to, touch on that situation. And DJ Envy and Rick Ross, this is a new segment of Sports Plus Life. It'll appear when necessary, but this is called We Beefing, okay? And now it's a podcast Monday early because I'm off today, but it is a pleasure today. It's definitely a pleasure because even though this is family I'm talking to, no stranger to the show, but I got the birthday boy, Brother Calvin, on, and the newlywed, Cousin David. Fellas, what it do?
What's up, man? Hey, what's good? What's good? Brother Mary, get him off, man. Yeah, congratulations. I'm about to say, I told Brandon I didn't think he was gonna. I said he should be real too busy to do this today. No, man. I'm in good spirits, man. Brother Mary, man. I'm in a good place, man. Happy and all that stuff, right, man. I'm happy for you, man. If you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You're a good cat. All right, man. We all deserve it, man. We all do something, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up.
We all deserve happiness, but you talking to two single motherfuckers on the phone. But honestly, let me tell y'all what David did. I mentioned this earlier. Okay, David, Calvin, right before David was about to get married, literally right before, he's sitting there on the grill, grilling food. Right after this nigga said, I do, he turned around and grabbed a thing of barbecue sauce and went back on the grill.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's some David type shit.
Yeah.
That was it's only the most important day of my life, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure this motherfucking food is
Yeah, right.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so niggas gonna eat.
Bro, I got on the microphone and I said, I have never seen a man literally walk from the altar to grab barbecue sauce to get on the grill. I said, I have never seen that before in my life.
And you know what? That's what makes your collection of your circle so unique, because you have somebody like Sean, who is like he can be chill, but he's energy. You know what I'm saying? David is so laid back. He's so nonchalant. He'd be like, he probably gonna say, he probably asked that nigga the questions, do you take this woman to have a hold? And he probably was like, well, that's why we showed up. So, and literally, I was over there, and I was getting married and everything. We was doing all that, saying the vows and everything. And I had Tyler make eye contact with me. And Tyler's in the background. That was I don't know if you remember, Tyler's the tall the skinny white dude.
Yeah.
And he make eye contact with me. He's really motioning to his ribs. He's like, "You want me to flip the ribs? You want me to turn the ribs on?" I was like, "Yeah. Go do that."
And bruh, and then to top it off, right after the wedding, like literally after they said I do, David goes to grab barbecue sauce. The pastor grabs a beer.
Hey, that's bad. That's badass right there. That's what type of function I need to be.
Yeah, man, bruh, I'm telling you, the pastor came over. The pastor came over to where I was at DJing and said, "How did I do?" I said, "You asking me?" He said, "Well, I tried to add some humor into the wedding." I said, "I think every wedding needs humor." I said, "I think, if you want a husband and wife should get off on the foot of having some humor." Because, I mean, the passage said, "David, now you have to promise, you solemnly swear to not leave the toilet seat up." I was like, oh, shit. He really said that shit. Like, that's like, I had never heard nothing like that before. But literally, after the service was over, he went and he grabbed a beer. David is on the grill.
That's just Rick. No, I drink a Rick on the regular.
Yeah.
Don't let that fool you right there. Rick a fancy girl. That's all.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I will be calling Sean in about the next 30 minutes because I called him. He said he's just sitting down about to eat. he knows that you guys are going to be on the phone. But Big C, you hit the nail on the head, birthday boy. This is what makes my circle so unique, and this is why I love my circle. My circle is my family. You know, I've had the same circle for 30 years. Alicia, David, Sean. I've only added certain individuals to that circle over the last 20 years. Big C, you being the first one, like a brother. You know, Marcus, Aaron, Eddie, and Devon. So I definitely appreciate it. And it was a great time at Big C. We had a great time. All I'm gonna say is this, and I told David this: I will never drive on the side of a mountain at nighttime again. I was terrified. I was petrified.
I bet you was.
I was.
Sir, drop the keys.
I was. But anyway, fellas, I just got finished with this new segment called We Beefin'. I brought up the situation of DJ Envy and Rick Ross beefing over car shows, and now it's been taken more personal than that. I'll start off with that. David, I'll ask you first. Now, DJ Envy and Rick Ross, they're beefing over car shows. Now, Rick Ross makes comments about DJ Envy's family, which is when you know you're going too far. He makes comments about his family, his wife, his kids. So DJ Envy, you know, he came to the Breakfast Club a couple of shows ago in a corrections officer suit to troll Rick Ross. And then he goes and gets the wild card. He gets 50 Cent to get in on the beef. What are your thoughts of this beef, David? I'll start with you, the newlywed.
What are you talking about, Cal?
No, you. I said you. No, I said David. You're the newlywed. What do you think of this beef, Rick Ross and DJ Envy?
First of all, they ain't got no business beefing. But why is a rapper beefing with a DJ? That's just some of the dumbest mess ever.
You took my
why
whole.
you beefing with a DJ?
You took my whole. Goddamn you, son. Go ahead.
Nah, you ain't got no business beefing with the DJ. What the DJ gonna do to you? He ain't gonna make no diss track about you. What you beefing for? Y'all ain't gonna go out the street and fight. He ain't got no guns, so y'all ain't gonna shoot him. What y'all beefing for? Y'all ain't got nothing better to do? Man, stop it, man. Y'all need to go ahead and cut that out. Leave that alone.
Yeah.
Calvin, how do you feel about that?
I was gonna say the same thing. First of all, you don't try to out shit rap. Man, if you was a radio host, he's in radio, so yeah, so you gotta have the gift of gab somewhere. But as far as aggressive defense, it's a wrestling move. You wouldn't have to hurt these.
I will tell you this though, and Calvin, I sent you the video about an hour ago. DJ Envy has been quite hilarious in addressing this. His impersonations of Rick Ross has been quite hilarious.
DJ Envy gonna make light of it because he gonna make the joke about it. Ross is serious about it. He's like, yo, we going to war about this.
Oh, well, Ross, it was another video that I didn't send you guys where Rick Ross is now calling the Breakfast Club. He said it's not the Breakfast Club, it's the Charlemagne the God Show. Another shot taken.
Yeah, but another thing, you can tell when somebody have you out to swear. When two people are, you tell who's losing by how far they reach. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The point of desperation you at.
You talking about he rented his house. First of all, I'm pretty sure they just shot a movie there. Second of all, even if he did rent his house, it's not like this anybody with an ID and a credit card to sleep there. These are, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of stuff that I ain't like about that. Like I can tell that Rick Ross really touched that boy, and he was really hurt. Just by, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just grasping. Like, he broke out in the costume and some more stuff, and he don't really realize the day we live in, don't nobody care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares because the whole thing was, because we beginning to see the whole thing was sham anyway. Don't nobody care about stuff like that.
Yeah, I think in general, I think that their whole little feud is stupid. Where you beefing over a car show, they need to get together and do a joint car show together. Right. Now on the other tip, and Calvin, I'm gonna ask you this question first. This just went viral just this week with Kwame Brown and Shannon Sharp having a beef. Kwame Brown came after the Lakers got eliminated earlier this week. Kwame Brown came out and critiqued LeBron James' performance, in particular that last shot. He critiqued him from an NBA standpoint. For whatever reason, Shannon Sharp took it personal and went live on Undisputed and trashed Kwame. Trashed him. Mm-hmm. And Kwame Brown responds by saying, bro, it very eloquently, and humorously, I might add, because Kwame Brown is going to fry your ass. But the serious points are, you are a football player. I'm a basketball player. So you're going to discredit me because you thought I was a bust? Just because you're such a fan of LeBron James? I'm talking basketball. You're talking personal. And with Kwame Brown, once you take it personal with him, he's going to milk it. He's going to take it personal right back. Calvin, how do you feel about that Kwame Brown Shannon Sharp beef?
Okay, just give me a minute, because it's a lot. It's a lot of First of all, he's still Shannon Sharp beef.
Say what? David, put your phone on mute right quick. Put your phone on mute right quick. Okay, go ahead, Calvin.
Yeah. He smoked his boots that he should. You know what I'm saying? It won't like he on a nationally syndicated show. What he said about LeBron, it won't like Kwame. It won't like he was on a nationally syndicated show. He was in his car riding around. You know what I'm saying? Like, on his person attack everybody that having a bad opinion about LeBron James, and he went in on him saying, I don't think Shannon Sharp's on. I think you know what I'm saying? I think he just ethered Shannon Sharp.
He bodied Shannon Sharp.
And you can't. And the whole thing about somebody because they didn't do it, can't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be a fireman to, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to be a fireman to tell you that a house is on fire. I can see it. It's on fire. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? Same thing with him not playing at a high level. I don't have to be so if a homeless dude see a house on fire and he say the house on fire, does that make it any less on fire? No, it don't. It's on fire. If it's on fire, it's on fire. Is it? You know what I'm saying? So $10 cash back. So I agree with some of the stuff both of them said, more or less Kwame, but both of them was wrong too because in the fact, not wrong, but this whole myth about being great and all this and the greatest of all time, that whole debate, you can see that shit is a myth. Because you can't really just tell who's the greatest of all time. Because everybody who's supposed to be considered ain't considered. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about the greatest, you only talk about two cats. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't. And
to me, I disagree with that. But okay.
No, I ain't talking about me. I'm not saying me.
I know you're not saying you, but you're saying that the general public says it's two people. You know
yeah, because what do you base it on? I mean, you're not basing it on rings because you're not talking. Because you don't never hear Horace. You don't never hear. You know what I'm saying? You don't never hear. You know, you just always
Bill Russell.
The same two cats. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they not, but you can. And it's too many controls. You gotta have the same control in these experiences. You know what I'm saying? You're not talking about You talking about playoff. Finals and not losing. Let me ask you this: do you think in his infinite wisdom, you think if Michael Jordan had to pick to go to 10 finals, he wouldn't cut his left arm off to go to 10 finals? Fuck yeah, he'd try his best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So which one of them in their right mind won't? Oh, you know what? I'm only going to go if I'm going to win. No, you go. You got to get there. You know how hard it is to get there. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to that whole GOAT debate, it's cute for the people that, you know what I'm saying, but it get old and it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. A lot of you don't hear about, okay, you talking about rings and Kareem got 6 rings. I mean, Jordan got 6 rings. Kareem got 6, and he was an all-time leading scorer. You don't hear nothing about him being the greatest all time. Not
a lot. Not from a lot of outlets. And to me, my personal opinion, and I'm glad you said that. My personal opinion, the greatest players that when they say it talks, you say it really comes down to most people talking about two people, which is MJ and LeBron. I think it's Magic and Kareem. That's just my personal opinion.
I think if you talk about people that you talking about, if you talk like, and you know, sometimes we get sometimes, and it's not we confuse. It's by design. We confuse greatest player and face of the league. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we confuse. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Jordan changed the game. Jordan changed the game like nobody thought. Jordan is kind of like the Michael Jackson, and Michael Jordan, two of the famous individuals. They're the two famous people ever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's basically Michael Jackson. He changed the way you looked at that whole. You know what I'm saying? He changed the way you looked at the NBA.
I give you small amount of pushback on that. Now, Jordan definitely changed the game from a marketing ability, definitely. Like Michael Jordan did not save the NBA the way a lot of people like to make it look like. That actually happened to be Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. They saved the NBA. You know,
If anything, TV saved the NBA.
Who?
I didn't say Michael Jordan changed. TV changed the NBA. Before you had, TV.
No, but see, the reason why TV saved the NBA is because they had to have Magic and Bird on TV. That's why I'm saying, really, the NBA was in a dying place, prior to Magic and Larry entering the league. They really saved NBA. Jordan took it to another level when it came to marketability.
Yep. Baseball and football, they make it.
You say what?
So, and it won't like I said baseball was at the time around that baseball. Baseball wasn't in trouble. Football wasn't in trouble. The NBA was in trouble. I'm saying TV saved it because he was able to. You know what I'm saying? TV did more for them. TV did more for the NBA than it did for like the NFL. As far as like. But see, TV had to have a good product to put on there, and the NBA was pretty much seen as, even in the 70s, even in the 1970s, the NBA was more of a black league, and not everybody could relate to that. So then you enter Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who had just played in a still record-viewed NCAA championship game. The very next season, they're both rookies in the NBA. Both of them make the All-Star team. Bird wins Rookie of the Year. Magic wins the title and Finals MVP. Right. That changed the game when it came to television. All that could have transpired and all that could have still took place and when nobody knew about it. You know what I'm saying? The vessel that was able to get that shit out. You know what I'm saying? The way you was able to get hooked on something so great like that was because it was able to put it in your own.
Yeah, I agree with that, but just think about it. TV, you would have had TV regardless. But the reason why the NBA was failing was that they didn't have players that they think. Now they had great players. Dr. J was a bad motherfucker, but but the powers that be for network television didn't see him as appealing enough to make that a priority to put it on primetime television. When Magic and Bird hit the scene, all of that changed. And even still, there were still times where you would have to watch games on tape delay. You couldn't watch it live. You had to watch it at midnight on tape delay. I've said this a couple of times on here. People, you may not believe it, that the 1991 NBA Finals, Game 1 between Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan's first ever game on in the NBA Finals was on tape delay. Like a lot of people, when I say that, a lot of people are like, no fucking way. They were the two biggest stars on the planet when it came to basketball. Magic versus Michael was on motherfucking tape delay. I remember because I couldn't stay up to watch the bitch.
Half the people you tell that to is like tape delay. No way. The other half be like tape. What's the tape? What's the video?
Right. Right. What the fuck is tape delay? Right. Well, that's just how far television has come in general. But
yeah, but don't go ahead.
No, but I'm saying, but as far as the GOAT debate goes, again, most people, the way the media has spun it, is they want everybody to think, oh, it's either between Jordan and LeBron. For me, it's Magic and Kareem. But again, getting back to, kind of got off topic because to me the whole subject matter was Kwame versus Shannon Sharpe. I'm just like, you can't discard what Kwame Brown says just because you don't like the way his career went. Yeah. He's more qualified to talk about NBA basketball than Shannon Sharpe, than Skip Bayless.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's more qualified to talk about NBA more than Stephen A. Smith because he played the shit for a dozen years.
Right.
I don't care how much you in a locker room writing about the shit. Actually doing the shit makes a difference.
He told that man he's running around. He said John Morant ain't running around trying to be hard with them guns. He's scared of you. He said he see you come out there like, oh snap, he ready to fight the team and my dad over another grown man. Yeah.
David, did you hear anything we were just talking about?
I heard it all, bro. Good.
Well, what do you think about it?
Man, first of all, I don't pay Kwame Brown no attention. That's what he wants. He's more the social media troll. That's all that is. Folks like that, he wants to say that. As far as what I remember of Kwame Brown was trash in the league.
Be careful.
Absolutely.
Be careful.
Was he like 7 points? 7 points and a couple of boards a game. That was his career average.
Well, yeah. Well, look. Where I won't disagree, and I don't think anybody will disagree, is that his career did not live up to his draft status. But what I'm saying is that, okay, fine. He didn't live up to his status as a number 1 draft pick, but he did play in the league for 12 years, from 2001 to 2013.
Actually,
Don't you think he's more qualified to talk about an NBA player more than a football player?
You know what? I smoked cigarettes for like 7 years, but you don't see me hyping up Newport.
No, but I'm saying, don't you think a basketball player, a 12-year basketball veteran, would be qualified to talk about another NBA player more than a football player?
I agree with what you're saying, but if he wants to talk about the basketball player in topic, but on Kwame Brown, as far as what he did, he didn't talk about LeBron. He kind of reprimanded LeBron. He was hypercritical of LeBron and his shot selection.
Well, and again, he wasn't being hypercritical of LeBron James's career. He was talking about that one play, the final shot against the Nuggets.
Right.
You know, that's where a lot of people have gotten it twisted. They're trying to say that Kwame Brown is calling LeBron James a bum. No, he was just saying that he would have done it different on that final play. That's where a lot of people got it twisted at.
Right. I mean, we all say that we should have, would have, could have did something different, and then, but the same thing with Kwame Brown, you never got there. We all say this, it's like, yeah, you could have did this, you could have did that, but I think LeBron did what he did in that moment, and he can look back on it 5, 10, 15 years from now, and hey, maybe whatever. But he did the play he did.
No, I see what he's saying too.
But the point we're trying to make is whether all that may be. First of all, it's always saying, this crackhead I know got this saying, if it was the fifth, we all be drunk. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
What we're saying is, you can't discredit Kwame Brown for commenting on a basketball play on something he did to play. We doing it now. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that we can't, Brandon, you do this every week. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, you know what I'm saying? We do this every week. We never played in the NBA.
We never played in the NBA.
But it's not like our opinion. But you don't say your opinion. No, your opinion is not educated, or you're not talking like you. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And with that breath, you can't be like, shut up, Kwame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Again.
Like if I had a house and I lost my house and I'm walking down the street and my house is on fire, and I say, hey, the house on fire, you will tell me, shut up? You know what I'm saying?
My house or your house?
No, but what I'm saying, and also, this is a point that I made, too, before we got on the phone.
But my living arrangement don't make the house more or less on fire. Less on fire. It's on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and also a point that I made before we got on the line is that, what if Shannon Sharpe was critiquing Travis Kelce about a route that he ran, but he could have ran it different, and he critiqued it and where it may have been some criticism. And Kwame Brown came and said, oh, Shannon, shut up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Right. Shannon Sharpe's a tight end. He's more qualified to talk football than an NBA player. Just like an NBA player is more qualified to talk about another NBA player, critique another NBA player, than a football player. And Kwame in particular, being the fact that he played with Michael Jordan, he played with Kobe Bryant, he played against LeBron James, he was a teammate of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I think he's qualified to talk what he's talking about.
Right, because if you look at it like that, how the way they're doing it, none of us should watch the shit because we ain't playing and we don't know what we talking about nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But
yep.
If you want to get technical, but my problem with that was Shannon Sharpe, seen this before because it happens to me sometimes. You tried to get your thing off and got personal.
Yeah.
And Kwame Brown got even personal.
He got even more personal.
He can talk a whole lot more shit on when he talking shit than when you can. You can't say the shit he said. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what the only qualification is to talk about sports and talk about this shit? Somebody else listening to it.
Yep.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, don't nobody. You never know what really fucking happens when it comes to these sports. Even when it comes to like the better the player, or the more decorated player, the more slack sometimes you tend to cut them. Unless they're one of the greatest, one of the most decorated, then you know what I'm saying, you have fatigue and people hate on them. But you have you never know if a player was doing everything right and the next person, the man beside him fucked up. Now look like he fucked up. So you never really know, you know what I'm saying? You never really know. But yeah, I think Shannon Sharp, he was butthurt. He tried to make an example out of Kwame Brown.
And it backfired.
You try to knock him off a pedestal that he won't even on. So now he just going at you.
And it definitely backfired.
He's saying so. Listen, and I have a temper, and sometimes I go off, but I was appalled by the shit he said about Shannon Sharp. I go, oh my God. He went, oh my God. You tried him, and it ain't going well.
No,
but that was
because I mean, you look at you got Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless critiquing basketball and criticizing Kwame Brown's career. But I guarantee you this, and Shannon Sharp is a Hall of Fame tight end. My Bronco bias makes him the greatest tight end ever to me. But I guarantee you this, Kwame Brown will smoke Shannon Sharp's boots in the game of basketball.
Oh yeah, he was.
I guarantee you he would smoke Skip Bayless's boots in a game of basketball, but that's what we're talking. We're talking basketball.
But you can't say but you know what I'm saying, those arguments cancel each other because that whole industry is based on that whole industry is built on people that never did it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can be a vegan and know how to grill a steak. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't like what he said. Remember, have you ever seen the movie Tommy Boy?
Of course.
Yeah.
When he talk about no, I don't have to stick my head up a cow's ass to know what a T-bone steak looks like. It's word for. You know what I'm saying? So they cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? The Piston match of who's more qualified. That don't anybody can do. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But you went. Kwame made a lot of good points.
Yeah, he did.
Made a lot of good points, and I'm happy for him because you tried to. Because I don't like a bully, and you tried to
bully him, to discredit him because he didn't have the career everybody thought he should have.
Right, because everybody talks shit about LeBron. It's a whole industry built on people talking shit about LeBron, and he's the one you picked. You've been trying to do that. You've been trying to do that for a minute, and it didn't go well. I think you had Kwame Brown in your sights for a minute. Like not on some LeBron shit, but if I ever get a chance to, you know what I'm saying? Because he probably feeling his stuff as he should. He's successful.
Well, the thing about it is, a year ago, Shannon Sharp went on Undisputed defending Kwame Brown, saying people shouldn't call him a bust. This is documented. He's saying that he was not a bust. You don't play in the league as long as he did, and you're a bust. But as soon as he said something about somebody that he likes, the whole narrative changed. And that's not cool. And that's what everybody has pointed out.
Right.
So, I mean, you can say Kwame Brown's career was trash. I'm not going to call him a bust because ain't no player in the history of sports play in the league for over a decade and they're a bust. I don't give a damn if they average 2 points a game.
If you get drafted in the first round, you tell me something. You tell me somebody's going to last. You tell somebody, look, you can draft him. We don't know how he's going to play, but he's able to. He's going to last about 12 years.
Yeah, exactly. He gonna last 12 years and make about $70 million.
And for real, the only reason why we say the only reason why people say he was a bust is because the only reason people say he was trash is because Jordan said he was trash. That's when it started. And That's when it started. Basically, with Jordan, when he got into a Jordan, he won't never. There's nothing he could have did. Unless he won a ring by himself 1-on-5 twice. Because he couldn't win with Jordan and he was first over, that was gonna be hard to.
Well, they're actually, and Calvin, I can send both you and David this link. There's actually documented videos where one of the Wizards staff members from when Kwame Brown was drafted came out and told Gilbert Arenas, he said, the reason why Kwame Brown's career didn't go the way it was supposed to go, particularly in Washington, is because it was sabotaged by Michael Jordan. Said Michael Jordan never wanted to draft him. The owner usurped Jordan's authority and drafted him number 1. So Michael Jordan, because he was mad that he didn't get his way, took it upon himself to sabotage Kwame Brown's career. He literally brought in Charles Oakley on purpose to troll and heckle and discredit and even injure him to a physical standpoint, and that's actually documented facts. So when you hear about all of this stuff, you're like, well, damn, and it was, and then on top of that, David Stern sending news reporters to talk around the country, because remember, Kwame Brown was the first ever player drafted number 1 straight out of high school, but they knew that was gonna kill the NCAA if that kept going. That's why they started with the one and done rule in 2006. And so it's a lot of stuff that I've heard, that I've listened to, that I've actually found out to be factual. But either way, like I said, you can, whether he averaged 2 points or not, an owner in the NBA for 12 years found him necessary to have on a roster and pay him. That's not a bust.
Exactly. And while we at this standpoint, let me ask you this: from Jordan bringing in people to heckle him and hurt him, LeBron, goddamn, will LeBron James ever do anything like that? You see LeBron James on some shit like that?
No, I don't see that. No, I don't see that about LeBron James. No.
No. Okay. All right. Okay.
But at the end of the day, you still call Jordan great. He's still one of the greatest ever do it.
Oh no, nobody's ever gonna say that about Michael Jordan.
He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and he's the most decorated. He's the most celebrated.
Right. But now that you know all this, you know Jordan was a bully. Jordan sabotaged his careers and everything. Like, you're not gonna call him anything less than one of the greatest ever do.
Well, do you know one reason why nobody would ever say that about Jordan? Because he played when it didn't happen when he was with the Bulls. He had won all his championships already. You found out from watching The Last Dance that Jordan was a bully as a player. But when he drafted Kwame Brown, that was Jordan's first year out of retirement. Jordan was 38 years old. Nobody. How many people have you watched on TV totally discredit his Washington Wizards year? Oh, those years didn't happen.
They don't count the years before Pippen, and they don't count the Washington.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Two phases of his career is stricken from his skill. It feels like in family court or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you guys hold on for a second, because I'm about to see if Sean is available. Reality podcast, nigga. Got my guys on here. Sean.
I've been chilling, man. What up, man?
What up, Sean? You still got food in your mouth?
You know I do. Hungry ass, nigga.
Okay, well, I can hit you back, but you hear Squad is on the line.
What?
I said I can hit you back, but you hear the Squad is on the line.
Who on the line?
Calvin and David and myself.
Don't give a fuck about them niggas. Fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas. Shit probably ain't even good. I wish you ill. You know what I mean? All that hating that chicken he was eating. All right, you know this? I'm good. I'm just got y'all on the They probably ain't even lemon pepper chicken he was eating. He started eating plants. Eating drugs.
This is like one of them old school high school conversations when you got niggas on 5-way.
Right. And the landline.
Better not run my minutes.
Nigga, what did you say, Sean?
And better not run my minutes.
That's right. It ain't 9 o'clock yet. Minutes is free after 9.
You got to come back.
No, it's the weekend. The minute's free on the weekend.
No, it's Monday, nigga.
Oh, shit, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the minutes kick in.
We burn all them minutes.
Oh, I'll never forget that. I got 1,000 minutes, but unlimited nights and weekends.
Back in the day, you had to take quick.
Exactly.
Anytime before 9, where you at? You right across. All right, nigga, I'll meet you there. All right, bye.
Call me back on the iPhone.
Oh, but Sean, it is Calvin's birthday, and, you know, David is the newlywed.
What?
I said it's Calvin's birthday, and David is the newlywed.
Yes,
Happy birthday, Kyle. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'm sorry to hear about that, David.
I'm fucking weak. Hey, you dumb.
My bad, bro. I didn't know you was having such a rough week.
Hey, you fucking stupid, bro.
Man, I didn't know you was about to do a bid, bro.
My bad days are over. I'm good. I'm living a good life now, bro.
Yeah, all right.
I'm happy. I'm content.
My phone always open if you want to talk, my brother.
I call, but on some good news.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. Y'all used to watch WWE when it was WWF. Jim Ross will be the commentator. I said Sean's on the phone now, so business has picked up. But hey Sean, have you heard about this Kwame Brown Shannon Sharp beef?
Who?
Kwame Brown and Shannon Sharp.
Who?
You know what? Shut up.
Like it's Kwame Brown. Mike Jones.
I'm gone.
Brown can't talk. Kwame Brown can't talk about nobody.
Uh-oh, be careful.
Wow.
Hey, when Kwame hear you talking shit, he come after you.
Yeah, tell that man, come on, nigga.
Well, okay, I sent you the link. I don't know if you watched
All I
it.
gotta do is get on the basketball court. I know he ain't gonna do nothing.
Ooh.
That's funny.
Ooh, I rock with Brother Kwame. Don't do that. Well, I'm gonna say this like me and Calvin was just talking about with David. Kwame Brown, we don't like his career. Well, you may not like his career. Played 12 years in the NBA. Was making an NBA critique, just a basketball talk critique on LeBron James. Shannon Sharp took it personal and tried to discredit Kwame Brown. This is what I'll say, Sean. As a player who played with Jordan and Kobe, played in the league for a dozen years, he has more experience to talk basketball than a football player.
Okay.
I'm gonna push it.
I'd rather listen to Shannon Sharp than Kwame Brown.
Have you actually really listened to Kwame Brown?
No,
Maybe you should, bro.
I don't.
I think really you should.
I don't want to hear him.
Calvin can tell you. Calvin can tell you too.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, this is my thing. To tell somebody they're not qualified to play, like his opinion don't count because he didn't live up to people's expectations. You got people that's not bust because they simply didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
But
and what happened was,
oh yeah, I thought you were saying.
you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
my opinion on you can't tell somebody about their expectations when you didn't meet your own.
But see, this is where you're getting it twisted at. He wasn't talking about LeBron James's career. He was talking about one play.
I still don't care.
all it comes down to is just Kwame Brown talking shit, and we sitting right here and doing the exact same thing and just entertaining that bullshit.
What has Kwame Brown done to put a team in a position to do anything?
12 years, man. 12 years in the league, you getting a check for 12 years. I respect that.
Kwame Brown did, or been there. Kwame did that.
He's done more to put an NBA. He's done more to put an NBA team in a winning position than Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless.
Right, exactly. He's done more to put an NBA team in a winning position more than Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless or any of us. So I respect that. Exactly my point, which means he's more qualified to talk about it than anybody. I mean, anybody outside of an NBA player. Be careful, mama's cooking gonna come for you.
Can't nobody know mama's cooking. Mama's cooking ain't paying my bill. No, but dead ass though, I really don't care about what Kwame Brown got to say.
Well, it was, if you actually listen to him talk basketball, he's very knowledgeable about it. And to me, this was the hypocritical thing that Shannon Sharp did. And you know I love Shannon Sharp. Remember when Skip Bayless came in Shannon Sharp's career when he was critiquing Tom Brady?
Yeah, but he wasn't that wasn't as good as Tom Brady.
Right, and it was unnecessary because for one, Shannon Sharp's a Hall of Famer. Skip Bayless ain't never played football, so how can you discredit what Shannon Sharp was saying about Tom Brady when he played the game of football? Shannon Sharp turned around and did the same thing to Kwame Brown. You can't discredit what he says just because, you don't like his career.
Kwame Brown.
You say what?
Shannon Sharp is a Hall of Famer in football. What is Kwame Brown?
Yeah, in football, but he wasn't a basketball player.
But what is Kwame Brown in basketball?
He was a 12-year basketball player. So but that's like Shannon Sharp critiquing Travis Kelce or Rob Gronkowski and Kwame Brown coming on saying, man, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
But Shannon Sharp can critique them because he did it at a high level and he's a Hall of Famer. What is Kwame Brown done?
A 12-year NBA player.
But what has he done in this?
Okay, so, all right. Well, let me ask you something else. Kendrick Perkins had lower career numbers than Kwame Brown, but he talks on ESPN. He can critique whoever he wants.
Kendrick Perkins got any championship?
Yeah, he got one.
Do Kwame Brown got any championship?
Yeah, he has none.
All right, then.
Okay, J.J. Redick.
Who?
Okay, Jason Williams on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Jason Williams played in the NBA for like 2 years. He critiques players. Nobody gets on him about it.
But you talking about Keyshawn Johnson?
No, Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
Played in the NBA for 2 years. 2 years. That's it. 2 years.
Well, I ain't say that he can talk about nobody.
But I'm saying he does it all the time, but nobody comes at him about it. I think because we don't like Kwame Brown's career, we discredit that. Well, I'm not going to discredit that because he's more qualified to talk basketball. Huh?
Well, I said, let me let you know that I don't care about what Jason Williams got to say either because he ain't did shit.
I mean, when you look at it like that, though, as far as like you comparing to what people did and they can talk about, Michael Jordan does not commentate. And Bill Russell does not commentate.
David, mute your phone, buddy. David, mute your phone, bro. Mute your phone, bro.
Click 3 times if you need help. Click 3 times.
He muted it. Go ahead, Calvin.
I said when you break it down right like that, when you come up, you comparing what the person who is critiquing the performance or whatever, and their body of work in said sport. Michael Jordan does not commentate. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar does not commentate. You know what I'm saying? Bill Russell and Kobe Bryant, God bless them, they didn't commentate. Somebody got to say the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about what. It's not always about what that person did. Now on that note, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, I'm kind of like you. Like, don't nobody really, and I say this to Brandon, don't nobody really put no real effort into no real backing of what Kwame Brown really had to say. But to say that his opinion is less qualified than anybody else is doing it because
you consider him to be less than what the world thought he was gonna be. That's absurd. You know what I'm saying?
Let me fix what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that I don't discredit him. Like, he can't talk about it. He played basketball. I mean, for the NBA, he can talk about it as he wants to. What I'm saying to you is, I don't want to hear that shit from him because he ain't did shit for me. I don't give a fuck about what he got to say because he ain't did shit. I listen to people who did shit. Like, that's the people that I care about, who actually did shit because they put the work in. They actually did something with their career, and I'm like, okay, this person's a Hall of Famer, or this person did such and such at this big moment, or this person did such and such at this big moment. Like, if something in your life is you want to learn from somebody, you ain't gonna go to somebody who ain't never did that shit before, right? You're gonna go to the best person who did the best thing in that section. You want to learn from that motherfucker. I don't want to hear shit from no fucking Kwame Brown. Like,
right, but
he can say all he wants to, but he ain't did shit for me to be like, oh yeah, you right, Kwame. Like, he should have did this. No, nigga, you should have did that, nigga, and we be talking better about you.
I'm not gonna discredit his opinion just because he's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, because if say what?
What I'm saying, we're not saying that he's right. We're not saying it's right. It's like people telling him not to say shit. You can't, but you know what I'm saying? We're not defending what he said. We're defending his right to say something.
Well, I listened to the entire critique about LeBron, and I actually agree with what he said. But to say that, you know, he should just shut up because, hey, you did this, you didn't do this, and this guy did this, like, that's crazy. I'm not gonna tell somebody. It's just his opinion. That's all. It's just his opinion. And Shannon Sharp, unfortunately, got butthurt over his opinion.
Well, you know, Shannon Sharp is a LeBronian. What you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got to defend this man honor. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talk about LeBron in his face. What are you talking about? My thing is, out of all this shit and all that shit, man, LeBron James is not who LeBron is. LeBron was an athletic demon. When you think about LeBron James, you think about him attacking the basket, high flying, physical. He older, and that style of play is not it. That's why he can't really take a team like Kobe and them could do. Because why Kobe and them was shooters. Like, you can shoot the ball. LeBron James is not a shooter, bro. And in this NBA, like, you got to be able to really, like, consistently shoot. He can shoot the ball, but he's not a consistent shooter. He relied on his athleticism, and when he went to a basket, LeBron was a tank. So I don't see LeBron really, like, LeBron is not, he's a piece. He's an Andre Iguodala to a team right now, bro.
But everything that you just said is what Kwame Brown said about LeBron. This is what Shannon Sharp got hurt over. Huh?
So he just said the same shit you said, though.
He literally did.
But I said it.
But I'm saying that's what Shannon Sharp attacked him over. That's what he just said.
So after the day, Brandon put this shit on YouTube, and Kwame Brown said, this dude Sean,
because I'm gonna tag him.
Did nothing. This dude Sean ain't never did nothing in the NBA.
You damn right. You damn right. I don't give a fuck. He's right. He'll say to me, look, this dude ain't got no opinion. He ain't never played a time in the NBA. You tell Kwame Brown to come to Holland Springs to see me on the court, I'll beat his ass. That's right. I'm the captain.
He said, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain of it.
No, you can't do that, because if Kwame Brown come to Holland Springs to see you, he gonna have to come see me.
You goddamn right. We're gonna dunk all over his ass.
Yeah, I ain't going that far.
Yeah, I
can see it now.
I was gonna say that motherfucker's still 7 feet.
I'm gonna foul the shit out of his ass.
I can see it now on channel. I can see it now on Channel 12. In other news, we had 2 Holland Springs residents charged with beating up former NBA players.
I'm a John Morant that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell him.
No. What, you talking about dunking or holding guns? Don't do that.
No, I'm a John Morant his ass. I'm like, look, man, I was just protecting myself. He said he's gonna put a gun on.
Hey, bro, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to that link that I sent you when he was talking about Shannon Sharp. He said, He said, you such a fanboy. You gonna come to the game in a grandmama sweater on and try to fight John Morant daddy and the whole team. He said, you the reason why John Morant toting guns. It ain't because he trying to be a thug. He's scared of your big ugly ass. I was like, oh Lord.
That nigga did have the Brian McKnight sweater. that don't look warm today. That's comforting. Like,
Hey, brother Kwame, man, you got nothing but love here, bro. I ride with you.
Which Brian McKnight sweater was that? Was that a dream come true?
No, that was the one last cry sweater, nigga. That was the one last cry one. That was the one last cry mixed with the 6-8-12 sweater.
That was a back in one.
That was the back in one sweater.
that back in one sweater.
Oh my God.
That shit is comforting.
Shit. That Kwame Brown said Shannon Sharp had a quilt on.
He said, "Oh shit." He said, "Oh shit, it's a big black thing in a grandma sweater trying to fight my daddy and my team."
Yeah, he said that's why I got guns.
That nigga Tanner be fresh out the gym. Y'all better leave Shannon ass alone.
Hey, no, that nigga swole as a bitch.
Hey, he swole as a bitch, but Kwame Brown smoked his boots.
He did, yo. If I'm serious, you got to listen to that shit, Sean. Kwame smoked. He bodied Shannon Sharp. He did. He bodied, and I'm a Shannon. You know, Shannon Sharp is to me the greatest tight end ever. He walked up a tree that he shouldn't have touched. He bodied that nigga.
Yeah. He said a lot of racist shit too. But
he did.
He said a lot of racist shit.
He really did. He said, you gonna talk that shit about me across from a white boy, a Dracula face ass white boy who blames his coach for why he never got a scholarship? I was like, oh Lord.
Yikes.
I'm serious.
That ain't even the most racist shit.
It wasn't.
So you gotta watch. Yeah.
He wasn't. He said he called him a thick-tongued, ugly motherfucker who back in the day wasn't good for nothing but fighting the fucking.
Where the week one opening football season at, bro?
Week 1?
Yeah.
What you said? Where the week 1 what a football?
Opening season, where we watching the games at?
Oh, bruh. Look, once I get past Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, then I'll talk to you about that. Because that's what and David, come on back on. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about next. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. Biggest fight since Pacquiao Mayweather. I pray it's going to be a better fight than Pacquiao Mayweather.
When is this?
July 29th.
Yeah.
Calvin, you know what time it is, bruh.
Hey, listen, and I'm glad you said something. Look, my daddy just started this new medicine. That nigga out by 9 o'clock. You understand me? They got this nigga some good dope.
I was just listening to see what happens. Like if it blew up on the damn road, hey, we can claim that.
Yes, July 29th. Crawford versus Spence. David, Crawford versus Spence. What you think?
Crawford.
You going with Crawford? Yeah, me too. I'm going with Crawford too, even though Spence has every physical advantage. But I'm not going to get into the X and O's about that fight yet. I'm just talking about the party, nigga. Y'all know what's going down.
Would you say y'all want to have it here? Is that what you said? All right.
Man, I can't wait. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a lot of shit going on that day too. Leisha's having her, the cookout that she usually has, because that's like 2 days after her birthday.
Okay.
David and Gabby will be here because they going to somebody's family reunion. So David will be in Richmond. So I was at Leisha crib yesterday, and I told her, I said, well, I'm gonna come to the beginning of your cookout. I said, but please believe I'm gonna be out. Because I'm telling her that because that's the invite, because you already know it's going down that night, nigga. Yes, I can't wait.
That's right.
I can't wait. I can't effing wait. But bro, Sean, if you wanna, but all jokes aside, week 1 football, I don't give a damn about watching it at your house. That's what's up.
I invite all you niggas. My problem.
Huh?
You can come too, Calvin.
Okay, what shit?
One out. Look out. shit. What?
What do you say? I can't hear him.
Hold on, I'm being
We
I was going to say, Sean, it did sound like you got far away from your phone.
I think he's talking to his daughter.
Yeah.
Girl, get it out. What do you need?
But no, yeah, no, I'm definitely down for that. Watching it at week 1 in his crib.
Tell me what to bring, man. We making a little event.
I know. I may have to request off that Monday.
Huh?
I said I may.
Talking about why am I talking to London's daddy?
You mean your uncle? Don't do me like that. Oh yeah, see, I know she want to see London. I know. Them two damn sisters, man. But yeah, matter of fact, I may have to request off that Monday, the day after week 1, because yeah, if we're gonna do it like that.
Hey, so Sean, let me ask you this: I can get some. I was ready to say no. I can get some shit together. We can throw on the grill. So we can bring some shit.
He said,
I can bring some shit and get it together that we can put on the grill.
Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we can do it. Bro, we can do all that, bro. We can grill all that shit, bro.
Yeah, nigga, I get some steaks or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna come with some burgers and some chicken breasts. Absolutely, that's no problem.
I don't want shit you got, Brandon. I don't want
burgers and chicken breasts. Are you serious?
I don't want you to bring anything but your person.
You've been hosting for a while, Brandon.
No, that's not why he's saying that.
Oh, why?
That's not why he's saying that. Because he's afraid that I'm gonna bring off-brand shit. I don't bring off-brand food, off-brand burger. I don't bring off-brand meat.
You don't just bring off-brand shit. That nigga bring off-brand shit.
I don't bring off-brand meat. I will bring legitimate chicken breasts and burgers.
It's just the liquor he drink off-brand. He not gonna bring
potato chips. I bring store-brand potato chips. I bring store. Calvin, you done ate too many times in my crib. You know what the fuck I do. I'm
not complaining, nigga.
Exactly. The only thing I buy store-brand potato chips.
I done seen a nigga spend $8.17 and feed 5 people. I'm not playing.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want a whole meal catered for $8.
Thank you for defending my honor, sir.
It's just you don't want him to fix the drinks. Because
I don't drink like that. That's up to y'all. Y'all can drink. You know me. I'm in the woods.
Because you know that nigga his favorite line is, "Hey, you know if you can't drive, you can crash, right?" Because he already know this drink gonna have you fucking head spinning.
Well, first of all, hold on, time out. Now I have to take my honor back. What do I tell you? What I tell you, David, when y'all come over, I say, pour your own sins, nigga. Y'all fix your own drinks.
You're supposed to pour your own liquid death. You ain't supposed to have somebody else.
Because we have to.
So if I tell you if you get too drunk you can crash here, it ain't because of nothing I poured for your ass. You poured it yourself.
Hey, this is. I started pouring my shit recently. Goddamn it! But
What?
You was judge, jury, and executioner when it comes.
So you mean to tell me all them times you came over, you saw I had a big ass bottle of Paul Masson or 20 grand or shit like that? I poured everything.
Where you at now? Where you at now?
You've only been to my crib once.
I'm talking about where you at? You in the same where you been at in that complex?
Yes.
I had to pour my own shit. But when we was on that front porch,
you would say, "Hey, can I get some more liquor?" And I would say, "Yes, go pour it."
Let me finish this thought. How many times have we been out there smoking, and you go in the house and disappear and reappear like fucking Dracula with another cup in your hand?
You do that.
A cup for me, not for you. A cup for me.
Well, yes, Brandon. Get the fuck out of here, Brandon.
Calvin, when I appear for a cup for you, is you asked me to get it for you.
I believe that to be true because Brandon pops up with his own drink.
Exactly. I will get you a drink if you ask me to.
That blasphemy.
Oh, Lord, the blasphemy.
Bottom line, Brandon got me fucked up on a lot of keep it fish.
Okay, okay, fine. Or you can rephrase that and say, I got fucked up a lot at Brandon's house.
Yeah.
How about that?
That sounds about right.
Nigga, that sounds about right. Because as many times as David used to be, Calvin, you and David used to be in my crib every fucking weekend. David, how many drinks did I pour for you?
He don't drink like that.
David? What?
Oh, David.
Yeah, I said David. When you was at my crib,
David.
how many drinks did I have? David, would I pour your drinks or would you pour your own drinks?
David, David,
Exactly.
Oh, my own drink. I'm a grown ass man, dog. Get out of here.
So what was special about me? You felt you had to inebriate.
You would pour your own drinks, nigga.
I don't want to hear that shit, Frank.
Oh my God.
Look, my wife don't even fix me drinks.
Man. Hey, Dave. All right, David, let me ask you something. How many times has Calvin been over there and you seen Calvin pour his own drinks?
Oh, a bunch, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
y'all in cahoots.
Who's in cahoots? David that had his phone on mute for the last 10 minutes.
David, I thought we had something special.
We got to go to the cold, bro. Like,
Brandon won't
we poured our own trouble, bro. We poured our own trouble. It's only half of us. And Brandon poured me a drink because it's like, yo, hey, Ben, you mind fixing me a drink? He'd be like, all right, cool, I got you.
You know what? I'm gonna put a text in the group chat that I have, and I'm gonna ask because Marcus has been over the crib, Aaron has been over the crib bunch, Sean has been over. I'm gonna ask, how many times do I pour drinks for y'all? And you see the response that you get.
Marcus is a tall nigga, right?
Yes.
He's a tall nigga, right?
Yes.
Yeah, ask him.
Okay.
Because he watched it. He watched everything. Just ask him.
Ask that nigga.
He know.
With Marcus, probably maybe the first time he came over the crib. Maybe the first time.
Maybe the first time.
Maybe the first time, because he didn't know where shit was.
Hey, bro, I told everybody happy birthday, Calvin. Marcus wish him happy birthday. Aaron wish him happy birthday. Sean wish him happy birthday. Calvin gonna say thank you, niggas. I busted out laughing when I saw that.
That's crazy as hell, right? But that's real. I would expect nothing else from Calvin. If he didn't say
right, no, I know, but that's why I laughed because that was funny as a bitch. Because that's Calvin.
Y'all are the greatest. Y'all are the greatest collection of smart, hood, goofy ghetto niggas I've ever. I don't know what else to fucking.
Thank you, nigga. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't know what else to say.
I think to say that Mark GP is pretty hard back in Mark, dude. God damn it. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? This is wow. I love this little group.
Oh yeah, me too. I can't wait till oh yeah, and just wait until we get in football preseason and I start talking shit about year number 2 of the prediction league. I'm the defending champion, nigga. Y'all come take my crown.
Motherfucker, I'm doing some studying this year.
Yeah, do your studying, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna and everything, nigga. This shit is old, motherfucker.
That nigga Brandon called you in the middle of the workday like, yeah, nigga, this who playing, who you want to win? Bam, right now.
Yeah, exactly. For surgery, Brandon to call your ass, hey, nigga, make your pick, nigga.
You damn right I will, because that's the best time I need to call you.
Me right now, nigga. I ain't watching football.
Random ass shit.
That's all right. Well, hey, we'll come do something about it. Come take my crown then, nigga. Take my crown then, nigga.
Uh-oh.
Y'all heard me? Take my motherfucking crown, nigga.
Hey, look.
Hey, last year I was just bullshit. You would call.
Okay.
Last year was a bullshit joke.
Okay.
Hey, man,
yeah, you came in second last year, Sean. Yeah.
And I was bullshit. So this year is on, son.
Okay.
Hey, I was getting ready to say something, Sean. That sounds like a motherfucking challenge, don't it?
It is a motherfucking challenge, nigga.
It's on, boy.
Yeah.
It's on.
I got my chalkboard in here. I'm gonna be writing down all kinds of shit. I'm ready for y'all niggas.
And David,
we writing down everything.
Write it down there because Sean, you was in second place, but you was still 10 games behind. Calvin, you was next to last, and David, you was dead last.
But I wasn't trying. I wasn't even trying.
First of all,
last year was a hard year.
Picking against the Cowboys just to do it.
Hey, me too. I ain't gonna lie. I lost so many games just picking against Dallas that they won.
Picking against them because I'd never say they gonna win.
Me neither.
That's messed up.
Right. I gotta go with my heart now, though. I gotta go with the smart thing. I gotta go with the smart one this year.
We're gonna be recording a lot of it's on now.
Remember this episode, Sports Plus Life episode 235. It's on, niggas. It's on.
Niggas.
And shout out to Calvin for being at work on his birthday too. Shout out to Calvin for that.
Shout out to you, because niggas be sick on their birthdays. You heard me.
Well, hey, you know what? I ain't mad at him because it is a holiday and he's getting paid time and a half. So I ain't mad at him for that.
Hey, man, that's what I'm like. What you talking about? I'm like, it don't even matter, bro. Give me more money, bro. Yeah. I gotta work anyway.
Facts.
Might as well give me some extra.
It's double time.
Just for them to tax that shit.
Facts.
Don't work too many hours, because they just gonna take all that shit out.
They can't tax what you don't make, my man.
I feel you.
Well, that's why I love DJing. That's called that under the table money.
I'm still paying taxes. I got dependents. I'm gonna pay taxes.
Oh, that's right. Hey, yo, Sean Calvin. David's a step pappy now.
You a step pappy?
He a step pappy.
Hey, bro, pray for them kids. Pray for them kids.
Hey, David. You're not no step pappy, nigga. You was a pappy.
Okay, he a pappy.
Exactly.
Ain't no. Only step in it is to step up. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you got break.
You know what? A round of applause for Calvin on that one. Round of applause for Calvin for that one.
With that being said, if you gotta break a nigga's jaw, you break that jaw in love. You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, what'd you say?
I already been on that, bro. I already been on that.
Hey, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
I was like, they gonna try you, bro. They gonna try you. Just punch one in the face, bro.
No. They try on most days, and then every day they fail. And I just look at them like, I was stupid.
When one of them try you make an example, just punch them in the face, bro. And the other one's a pop.
Look, Dave, because you ain't had kids before this, right?
That's right.
I don't want nobody coming for me. You know?
Listen, David.
I don't want this elemental PF.
David, look me in my eyeball and listen to me. When it comes to guerrilla warfare, hold on, because you got to show consequences to the other one. So when you know what I'm saying, you might got to put when it comes down to it, don't hesitate. You got to put one of they. I was gonna say something. You got to show consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make sure the other one see, oh shit, this was gonna happen to me. You know what I'm saying? This was gonna happen to me. You know, you can't. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know them people, so they might be cool. You might not have to do that. I'm just saying because if you never had kids, well, if you never had kids and then you got kids, it can be strange. You know what I'm saying? You ain't contempt. You only think about murder when it comes to money. Kids,
you go from murder and then money.
Man, I'm just saying. Man, because I was.
That nigga got PTSD.
You do what you gotta do.
You running from somebody right now, bro?
And you on the run right now, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, shut up.
I'm free of that now.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, gang up on you. No, you don't take no shit from them people, man.
How the fuck do I congratulate on him on being a pappy and Calvin brings up murder?
Murder.
I'm just saying, man. How old?
I'm not holding hostage.
Murderer! Motherfucking murderer!
Michaela's our oldest at 13, getting ready to be 14. Christopher just had his birthday. He's 10 now, and Joanna's 8.
Oh.
Two girls and a boy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you ain't got teenagers yet. I'm talking when you get the teenagers. Some teenagers, man.
Well, he got a 13-year-old, about to be 14.
No, bro.
That ain't started yet.
Wait till they about 15, 16, shout it.
Yeah, because they go through that little era when the mama and the daughter can't stand each other.
Oh yeah, oh boy. Oh boy.
And then the little boy, he get a little little boy, 14, he get a little musty and think he can beat you and shit.
And that's also because he's probably playing with himself now at that age.
And then you gonna hear that you ain't my daddy, and that's gonna be on the top.
Now that's when you kick a motherfucker in the throat. That's when you kick a motherfucker in the throat.
Gotta be prepared for them, dog.
But hold up, another birthday shout out. I'm gonna say this again. Another special birthday shout out. We all know Alicia. We all love Alicia. Today is her daughter Courtney's 13th birthday. Shout out Alicia. Shout out Courtney. Happy birthday.
Courtney's birthday the same day as mine?
Yes, sir.
Trish's birthday Sunday.
Yes, sir. Today is Courtney's birthday. She is 13 years old. We love you.
You hear me, motherfucker? I said Trish's birthday is Sunday.
Trish's birthday is this Sunday coming up?
It was. It passed.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then I have another special birthday shout out. Shout out to my sister Trish. Happy birthday. Love you very much. It's been a busy weekend. I mean, between Jai graduating from high school, his graduation, between David's wedding, Calvin's birthday, Courtney's birthday, Trisha's birthday, these last 7 days have been very eventful. Nothing but love for everybody. But David, if you have to, learn how to nigga chop. You have to learn how to nigga chop somebody in the throat just to shut them up.
There's been a lot of fucking around this time.
The third week in May gonna be fucking for us for the rest of our lives, like on some best days.
Oh my goodness. Would that mean no? What you said, Sean, there's been a lot of fucking around this time. Now it was a lot of fucking around August.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, a lot of fucking. Hottest time in the year. Make your bedroom hotter.
That's the beginning. That's the beginning of cupping season.
It is.
That's from the people we know. Now think about when it get cold outside.
Hey man, that's why I love fall and winter, football and fucking.
Yeah, that's when the summer over and everybody they about to get back in the relationships because it's about to get cold out there.
Yeah.
They came with them. You don't want to keep that one?
Yeah, they know that whole body is about to go.
That inside body.
Yep.
The curtain.
Yep. But anyway, fellas, let me get off of this here phone and do my daddy duties.
The liner can go, but I mean...
Do my daddy duties. But Matt, this has been fun. I'm going to send this straight to you guys. Because it's early, this thing should be out on YouTube in a couple of hours. I'll tag it to you guys. This has been a blast. David, congratulations once again to the newlywed. Happy birthday, Calvin. Happy birthday, Big C. And Sean, my brother.
Twice if you need help, David. Link.
On the opener, depending on how it's been the last.
No, congratulations, my boy.
Yeah, for sure. I need help. I need help consolidating this kitchen and all that stuff I got. You want to come over and do that?
Man, nigga, okay. Hey, listen, David. If anybody comes to your crib in West Virginia, we are not leaving when it's dark. Nobody's driving on the side of a mountain when it's pitch black. That shit is terrifying.
I don't know about you. I can drive when that shit by.
Well, good for you, nigga. You used to it now. You a resident.
Well, that sucks for you out of towners, but man.
All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna keep.
That shit don't phase me that much.
Well, it's funny. It's funny when your daddy said, "I ain't never coming back to this motherfucker again."
The only time I go to West Virginia is when I'm passing through it.
You go to where? Ohio? What are you gonna do? Drive to West Virginia to go to where? To go where? Where are you going?
The only way I'm passing through West Virginia is in an airplane over top of it.
I'm weak.
Oh.
That means you're going to Vegas or something.
In your airspace.
Okay.
But I will say this though, D. When I drove back,
Ohio?
I'm gonna be honest with you, D. On the drive back, I really could appreciate the scenery. It was really beautiful. I'm not even gonna front.
It's a lot of open canyons and crevices and mountains.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I like me and Dexter was talking about the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of places.
His son getting ready to graduate and he coming up here to school.
But trust me when I tell you, when we was at that campsite for the campsite / park for his wedding, we were the only black people there.
I'm sure you were, sir.
And it was a lot of people there.
If you outside of Mongalia County and you in Preston County, that's where we was at. That's literally what it is. But if you're in Mongalia County, that's different.
I had white people cussing me out, telling me get the fuck out of their camp space.
Answer me this question. When the last time you met a nigga that said, "Yo, bro, I'm from West Virginia"?
Randy Moss. And I ain't never met him.
Like that. Like all the people you met in your life, or all the places you've been, and you met niggas, and somebody say, "Yo, where you from?" When the last time you heard the niggas tell you he from West Virginia?
That's a good point.
20 minutes ago at Walmart.
Nigga, and we live right beside the motherfucker.
David, you said 20 minutes ago you're in West Virginia. He's talking about being in Richmond.
Well,
again, I don't live in Richmond.
No, but that's what Sean is saying. He's saying us being in Richmond, when have we ever met somebody that said, I'm from West Virginia?
Sometimes when you have a
Okay, see, but that's y'all in Richmond. That's y'all in Richmond.
Hey, man, look, I'm just happy you happy, bro. It's beautiful scenery.
I am.
It's beautiful
I'm
scenery.
glad.
But again, congratulations, bro. I'm going to hit you fellas up later, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, and look at the text message. I sent the text, David.
Sound like we do the Tree Hermitage.
David, Sean, and Calvin, I sent the text message asking at all of the events that you've come to my house, how many times have I poured your drink? Calvin.
My own drink. I know the rules.
So y'all answer that question honestly. But I love you guys. I'll hit y'all up.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Later.
That was absolutely fun. Oh, my goodness. Brother Sean, cousin David, brother Calvin, Calvin's birthday. David just got married. Oh, my goodness. That was absolutely a blast. And with that being said, where the buzzer, where the buzzer, where the buzzer. Oh my goodness, this has been an awesome episode, and this is the first time that it's been four of us talking at the same time. You know, it may sound a little bootleg because yes, I was doing that from my house phone. Take you back to the days where, all right, I'm gonna call this person three-way, and then you call this person three-way, and then they call this other person three-way. Oh my goodness. But it has been a wonderful day, and I hope, and it's still early, it's only 3:00. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. The sun has now come out after the weather was ugly pretty much yesterday and ugly for the first part of today. I don't know. Leisha told me to come around her crib for Courtney's birthday around 5. I'm going to see what's going on. I still got to fold and put away some clothes. But be that as it may, again, I hope everybody has a blessed rest of their week. It's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns. Don't forget to hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. I'm out there, beer. Peace, and I love you.